Hey, how's it going? Back for another 200 Zoom Play and Explain. Let's get started. See about pretty much everything there. This is a mix 4-bet. Usually the low suited aces, I mix 4-bet. When they go a little bit bigger, I usually just go 2x. Here, bet pretty much range. And we get shoved on, so we'll fold. Roll higher, we'll 3-bet. Just call. Think I just check. Just fold. Rolled a little bit higher, so we'll 3-bet. This board, I guess you could do a bunch of different things. I will just check. I know I rolled a 98, but the way I'm probably playing it is over better check, and I don't know how much this is bet even on 98, but something I noticed, and I think is pretty common, is when I do decide to use an overbetter check or just like a medium size and check, I miss a lot of these like zero equity hands, and I guess here we just have to call. You know, I do this, and I've done this on stream a million times, and I actually think that's incorrect in this formation, but again, I could be wrong. I know like when ace king has a straight draw, you could shove, but I always seem to do it in the wrong spots. It's usually only in wide formations, but we'll take it anyways. I could be wrong, but yeah. Anyways, what I was saying is an interesting tool you could actually use for this is GTO Wizard. They have this range builder feature, and you could basically like build out how you apply the range, and then it compares it to their solutions and to see how close you are. And I miss a lot of the zero equity hands, so I wonder if on the 98 I should just throw that in there. Second time we've flopped trips like the king 9 over there on table 1. Let's see if we get some action this time. Looks like we do. You can just call. Safe turn. Question is size. So usually when I check raise and then they check, I go small, but some spots you actually want to go big. I'm wondering if this one might make sense. The reason is because if he did raise with a like straight draw or something, they just kind of have the odds to call versus 1/3. And if he raised like 9x or I don't know how often 9x is going to raise, but if he did, then it's going to call a bigger bet, and obviously we call here. 0. I mean, I suppose we have to call, but not too happy about it. Yeah. I don't think we have a choice, though. With the straights getting there. It's obviously a very strong line, but I think having the jack there is probably just really good. But if somebody's under bluffing, then who gives a shit about blockers, right? Call, yeah, I guess we'll just call. It's a recreational player, blind v blind, wide formation. Versus this size in the overcard, I think we just call. Here, I think betting smaller is better than the last hand, but again, I could be wrong with the last hand. Oh. How do we want to play this? So we'll just start off with a small bet, I suppose. I'm just wondering if I want to play this as like a check raise or bet myself. I'm slightly worried that they won't bet enough, but I mean, we have 4 players. I kind of like our odds of somebody betting. And that's a great river. And I don't really see a point of checking, so. I guess a fold there's fine. I know I timed out, but made it short, or made it small, but I think we just still fold that for sure. Let's see what we roll here. Actually we rolled higher, so I'll 3-bet. I know the actual frequency of 3-betting these lower suited connectors is way lower than like 50-50, but I still just pretty much just go 50-50 to be completely honest. Can do a bunch of things here. Can even go smaller on monotone boards. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, you can pretty much do whatever you want as long as you play that strategy well, right? Feel limp here. Do we just want to donk big like 3 times? Why not on this board? That sucks. I don't hate that play though. Versus a limp like recreational. Why not? It's a good turn. Versus probably recreational. Maybe if it's just betting bigger, maybe is fine. I don't know. Action with aces. You like to see it. All right. Aces again. Oh, that sucks. Hard eye. I don't mind checking, check raising, calling, whatever. Doesn't matter. Question is, do we do this? Do we go check call? What do we prefer here? The question is, what are we trying to get called by? And I can't really think of anything, but at the same time, it's like, what are we hoping that they're going to bluff? Maybe just something like that is fine. And here, I'm wondering if we shove. We don't particularly need that much protection, so I suppose we could just call. At least he makes it easy. We just call. Thank you. Thank you very much. He saved my stack there, my friend. Ooh. What do we do here? We have this player marked as a special player. To be honest, I don't mind just like doing something like this. I mean, how are we ever losing here? That is the worst river we could possibly have imagined, though. Wow. All right. Got owned there a little bit. Aces again. Actually, oh no, we got the fold with the aces. Sorry, I was about to say, did we get the call with the aces? And I didn't remember what he had, but I think they folded. Pretty sure small blind versus cutoff, we don't call aces that much. And on the 86, I guess we'll just shove. Snap fold. I think this is worth a value bet. If you watch any of my streams or videos, you know that's something I'm trying to work on. Don't miss those. Here I have this player marked as recreational, even though it's only 6 hands, maybe saw him short or something. But if I have a good hand, I'll just start betting big. Okay. Interesting. We have some notes. Thinks I'm a whale for my calls. What does that mean? Probably chatted me at one point in time. I guess on the lower roll we'll just fold. Although, again, as I stated earlier, do blockers really matter when no human's ever going to be perfectly balanced anyways, so we kind of just use it as an excuse. You're rating me again. I think this time on the higher roll, we're definitely calling. A nice river, and also a nice cold call. Most people don't play cold call range, but I guess if you do, 10s is fine, but it's interesting. Also, why not raise bigger? Shorter, like a recreational, I'll just like ISO a little bit bigger. I've been testing it, and honestly, I don't know if it's good or not. Like, I feel like I get way more folds. I know people say that they're like, oh, you know, you're playing a fish, ISO them a bit bigger, but I also feel like they're not that dumb to know, oh, why is he ISOing me so big this time? I mean, it's different if you've seen this person, if you ISO them like 10 and they call like a live game or something, but I'm not too certain it's that good yet. Situation here, limp, I guess we'll just kind of a bit bigger. Here, I'm going to call. Get it a 5, ace, queen. Hopefully, he doesn't have a 5, but I mean, he cold called the 3-bet, so if he has a 5, he has a 5. And yeah, again, back to the value betting thing, I think this is just a value bet at this point. Could have a 10, could have like jacks, queens, kings, who knows, right? What are they cold calling a 3-bet with? Well, we'll take the red line. That's what matters the most, right? We get the donk. Or no, sorry. We ISO checked. Yeah, I don't hate that. Jeez, I have. What's the point of having stars capture when I don't even know what's happening? But I don't mind that. I've kind of been told from some other players who've done a lot of data work and stuff that fish are gonna overstab quite a bit. So if you have a medium showdown value hand, just check and just play this check call, and it's probably going to be more profitable. And I kind of agree with that. Okay, let's take a look. Let's see what this player had. So this player had pocket jacks, which is interesting to bet twice, but 3x offsuit hand, but likely recreational. What should we do here? I'm gonna call, but I can understand that it's obviously not a call from a theory point of view, but again, recreational. I don't know. I'm just kind of experimenting. I don't really know how wide I can expand my range. Is it actually profitable? I don't really know. That's the hard part in poker. Actually, you know, somebody can say something's good, but wow. This is kind of nice. We're a little deeper too. And this is also nice up here. But you need such a big sample to know if something's going to be good or not. So, yeah. It's hard to tell. Here, I guess we're just going bet, 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 and hope they call with a pair. Yeah. I mean, that's what I would do with all my overpairs. And, you know, unfortunately, we'll probably get a lot of folds, but what else are we going to do? And we'll just hope for the best. I find these boards are sometimes funny because, yeah, you can go bet, bet, bet with everything because you have all the overpairs and stuff. But then you could also just have so many buffs and people will station you. So maybe you'll call with sevens or something. It'd be nice. Wow. I didn't expect that, but we'll take it. We were deeper too. Nice. Usually when you river something, you want to go for the check raise. Oh, come on. Queen 10. Nothing to do but call. I'm unsure, and I would like if anybody has any thoughts on this spot in the comments below. In general, recreationals don't 3-bet a lot, so their ranges are generally stronger. So I'm not really sure how I should play, and I know from some of the data work that I've even done myself is that they don't overfold much in 3-bet pots when they 3-bet, because yeah, I mean they just 3-bet so infrequent. The question I have, though, and I should have made this bigger that we're deeper, like 4x, is how we want to stab. Because I find like on a low board, I'm going to stab, and they're just going to check shove. They just do that a lot, right? Yeah. So I'm not really sure how you guys approach stabbing in that situation, but I'd be curious to know. And yeah. And here, I guess we just bet. Guess we'll just do this. We don't have to go huge. Okay, saved ourselves some money. And here, I guess we just shove. Wow. All right. Well, we gave some money back there. Checks back, bets big. I guess we call. What fours? The question is, this is the problem. We're duper here. Could we do that? I do want to bet this. I rolled high, so. Okay, thanks for making my life easy. See, these spots are a little bit weird. Turn 3 pots out of position. I used to kind of default to check. I think I default to check a little bit too much, but that's just because it's hard to find hands that really want to go for 3 streets there easily. And I know that's kind of an old school thinking, but that's kind of the way I approached it, right? I was like, okay, if I don't have 3 streets, I'll play like kind of a polarized turn strategy and check. So, I mean, if that's the case, like, what was it? Small blind versus MP or EP? Oh, I hated this new replayer glitch here. So this was, where are we? Oh, sorry, big blind versus MP. So like, are we really happy tripling off ace queen? Probably not. So do we still want to bet ace queen though? And if so, maybe we go small. We're also a little bit deeper, so it's an interesting situation. I'm going to look at that one later for sure. So this was check, 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 check. Yeah, sure. Check. Can we get thin value? That's small. Okay. I used to not over limp up, but a friend of mine did some sims with recreational ranges, and it's actually pretty common. I mean, this sucks kind of deuces here, but where's the 2? Paired turns blind v blind. I know we usually go small when we still want to bet. I think we still do, so. Recreational, let's just call. Here we'll call as well. That's interesting river. Get the 10s, eh, Sexy Bieber? I know you're watching on Twitch, but you watch on YouTube. But if so, nice turn, nice turn. All right, I think we hit close to the half an hour, so let's hit the sit on next blinds, and we'll call it a day. I think there's definitely a couple interesting hands for sure. I'm really curious about that ace 10 one. What my range wants to do. I think rolling high and whatever is fine to bet that ace 10 with those suits. Full tier versus CG. Well, that was quick that it closed to 3 tables. There was a couple bluff catching spots. I know I was like, oh, you know, roll with these blockers, but I don't know. The more I'm thinking about poker, I know if anyone's watched my thread and followed me for a while, you know that I'm try to be more theory oriented, but the more that I think about it and use more of my brain, I'm kind of wondering about that because and nobody's really using the same ranges that you're actually using the same sizing scheme. Oftentimes you're not even playing the same SPR as your sim. So when you say, okay, hey, I want to mix this 50% because I think that's what the sim is, how do you really know, right? So you almost have to kind of use your brain. Maybe they'll say, well, I'm using my brain solver and I'm thinking this is probably what solver would be. And okay, I guess that's fine. But I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling at this point, but as per usual, let me know what you thought in the comments below. And until next time, good luck at the tables.